Morning with Max. Good morning, folks. Welcome to another Morning with Max. Good morning, Lerox, Karekin, Ladoween, Golden Morgan, and heyo, Objective Gaming.
Hey, I like your black shirt. Thank you.
We've had another great week of streaming. I'm going to give you fair warning. You probably can't tell, but we've got quite a stormy sort of day outside. A nor'easter has blown in, so if you hear sort of alarm noises in the background, that's people's cell phones giving them potential flood warnings.
Yeah, it's one from high school, by the way. Do you? Yeah, I do.
Yuji has water and thus is way ahead of me, although I still have water.
Really? Oh, yeah.
And what are you folks drinking today?
This was
My Coke Zero for my a nor'easter in July. Isn't that odd, Ladoween? But yes, an unseasonal one.
Arrested by Homeland Security for wearing your black trench coat to school. Yeah, my stuff was all pre-vet.
Donuts and Dr. Pepper. Today is starting with screw it. Well, there you go, Objective Gaming.
Love your coat. See, Kyle.
I don't know if
Because that's what it looks like.
I don't know if
Looks like what the SS don't just not what he used to wear.
Anywho, so we had.
It starts really pouring and the warning becomes.
Let's see. We had a good week of streaming again. So today we're having Morning with Max, and that will be followed by the end of week wrap up and Q&A. Considering the stormy conditions and the likelihood of it flooding over by Mark's route home, he may leave before the end of week wrap up, so we may have Tyler jumping in or somebody else. But anyway, be warned of that. Yesterday we had an office stream in the morning, and then working in the mines with Dion in the afternoon, and it went great, right, Dion? Yeah, she says, mm-hmm. And back, she said it was good because you asked a lot of questions. So you heard it here first, folks. Ask Dion a lot of questions to ensure a great stream. Back on Wednesday, we had 3D modeling with John. That was followed by Gauntlet of Death with me and my favorite victim, James Koo. Back on Tuesday, we had an office room in the morning. We didn't have sculpting with John because he was sick that day. Back on Monday, so we moved it to Wednesday, obviously. Back on Monday, we had Morning with Max in the morning, and painting all the things with Michelle in the afternoon. She almost broke the editor again, says Brand. And Abducted Gaming wants to know where their cat is.
No, I may need you, to do the update.
Maximum morning.
Bad. I don't worry about it until.
Ladoween's having coffee and a mid-morning veggie snack. That sounds a lot healthier than the goldfish I've been chowing down on. But they're my kryptonite. Yeah, well, questions that make sense that would be preferred, Abducted Gaming. Anyway, today I will probably be working on putting together a I put together a master text version of the newsletter every month, and that's what I turn over to Mark to look over before I publish it, and Tyler as well, and Brittany. So I'll probably be putting that together today, so they'll have time to look over it. So we can hopefully publish on Monday. And then I'll be looking at the I'll be proofreading the backer version of that beta document that Mark has been talking about. I'll be working on a section of it. Yes, there are sections. Those are harder. I did gaming well. Sorry. It is the end of the month already, Halloween. Say hi to AJ as he comes in. No, Sacrix? But it is exciting. Good morning, John. John streamed back on Wednesday. Did some cool sculpting. John's actually got an article in this month's newsletter. So then you can ask him about all the technical art details. Probably Halloween. I mean, that would just make sense. Ben's Dose of Design gives you a little behind-the-scenes peek. The title is Constructive Communication. At least for now. Sometimes I change the title. Not usually, though. The fire of Friday is burning. That's an interesting phrase, Mikits. What does it mean exactly? Oh, everybody works very hard in their sections, Sacrix. No, Halloween. The monthly newsletter is going to be coming out probably on Monday. Oh, thank you very much, Sacrix. I could play early morning background music. I have Monster Cat open. It's like TGIF in Korean. Okay, cool. Cool, Mikits. Kurikan, is your head feeling better today? Or are your head feeling better today? Which is tricky. Yes, thanks for asking. I had a a nasty migraine yesterday. Seeing colors and everything. But, went home, slept it off. Fine today. Well, Grintar, that's true. Yeah, Malikan, we tend to have more folks on Twitch than on YouTube. Oh, see you, Yuji. Good luck. I will say thank you, certainly. Oh yeah, Super Dork. That's not fun. The speed of combat section was cool. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that was one of the most exciting pieces, huh? Good morning, Paladin Brewer. Well, Grintar, if you know about the user stories and the news posts and the newsletter, you know pretty much everything that's going on. I guess, Grintar, the thing I would point out on that would be that Mark has been working on a document for you folks, for backers. On Bet What, and the whole team has looked at it and commented, and I'm proofing it, and that's going to be an exciting thing. McKeats, being in Korea, YouTube is way better than Twitch. I always have buffering issues with Twitch. It's annoying. Well, gotcha, McKeats. Do whatever works. Paladin Brewer, I see a new large box back there with the ever-increasing Mess of Doom. Yeah, that's some giant computer that Tyler ordered. I don't know what for exactly. Not the announcement, Grintar. Like information about. Lots of cool features and bonuses for our backers and other cool stuff. But Mark's talked about it in a few streams and a few news posts. So I will direct you toward those. Maybe Sacrix, we'll see. It depends on, how busy people are when 4 o'clock rolls around. So I never really know who's going to be on. Hi, Denario. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Grindar, 4 months till no one can clean up that mess behind it. Yeah, well, like I said, I can always say it's got just it's like the computer building junkyard here in the office. Denario, what engine do you work with? Are you talking about game engine because we are building our own from the ground up. Hey, Denario. Let me give you some links. So if you check out the main website link there, and scroll down, it talks about the Unchained engine. And if you go to the foundational principles, it talks about it, and hopefully this... Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. Fang Ban, what is your favorite type of cheese? That is a really difficult question because I love cheese. It really depends on my mood. Today I have some smoky Gruyere with my lunch. Alright, Aaron Walker. That is a great question for Mark. If I get a rare material, what's stopping me from selling it for real cash? Wouldn't that make the game buy to win? I'm not even going to attempt to answer that. I'm going to say save that question for when... well, it might be answered in one of the foundational principles. So you see those links I just had appear in the chat, Aaron Walker? Click on the foundational principle. But otherwise, hang on to it, because we almost every Friday we do a Q&A session in the afternoon, and Mark is often on to do those, or usually on to do those. Clearly a Gouda guy. Thanks, Paladin Brewer. So I'm sure that Mark will have a much better answer than I could possibly give you. All this cheese talk. Warlord Malikan. Max, in D&D, what class is your favorite to play? Probably Wizard. If you couldn't guess. But I don't often get to play because I'm usually dungeon mastering. Cleric for you, Warlord Malikan? Very cool. Halloween isn't not called magic user anymore. It is not Halloween. Halloween's still stuck in 2nd edition. I'm not sure who exactly it's going on to, Fububu. When did that change, Halloween? I think in 3rd edition. Mucilite. In-game mail system will be done to prevent spam and abuse. Again, that's a great question for one of the game designers. I am the writer, editor, lore keeper, board game designer, and stream runner and various other things here at City State Entertainment. My name is Max Porter, but you are going to want to ask that question of Ben or Mark for sure when they are on. And as I mentioned earlier, we do Q&A streams just about every Friday, so hang on to that question, and I'm sure they'll be able to give you a great answer. Because they think about those things. Denario, how many people are working on the game? Not sure of the exact number right now. But there's about a little over 20 people here. And then there's 5 or 6 people in Seattle. And then there's a couple other people elsewhere. So, getting close to around 30. With no disrespect, as you say, Warlord Malakin. Well-worded question, by the way. That is also a really good question from Mark, and but I am very happy about that. From my understanding, it's going to allow us to have truly massive battles, and that is really cool. Do some very unique things. Grintar, Max, my nephew's 7 and 9 are wanting to start playing D&D after seeing it played at a local shop. They have this starter pack thingy. Is it any good, or is there a better option? Look up some reviews, Grintar. I don't know about the starter pack. If you're talking about D&D Next or 5th edition, I do think it is a great way to get into D&D. It has all the fun of D&D, but it's very simple and easy to get started compared with other versions, other editions. So, in general, D&D Next or 5th edition, great for getting started. I don't know about the starter pack specifically. But I would look up some reviews and then decide. Warlord Malkin, I'm glad to see y'all making your own engine. Well, it's really powerful already. I'm sure I overheard some good things this morning about the bots with a capital B getting in. So I'm sure we'll have some interesting facts about that. Some good points about that coming soon. Maybe in today's update. Feng Ban, can we have some more stories about the Luhrpans? Okay. The Luhrpan becoming story and Donnie in the Great Depths raid. Not enough for you? Abducted Gaming, Sturm, stories, or bust? Well, we are keeping very mysterious about the Sturm for the time being. A librarian? Thanks, Abducted Gaming, but I don't know. I don't know if we're looking for a handy-dandy librarian right now. Oh, Warlord Malakin, playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. Don't tell anyone, but I still haven't played it. It's been sitting on my, in my queue. Just haven't had the time to play it. Ludwig, is it like the old basic D&D box set? I guess I'd have to look it up. Oh, you're welcome, Grintar. Adopted Gaming. Max, this has probably been asked before, but what is your favorite tabletop RPG? Actually, it hasn't been asked before. But I would have a very difficult time answering that. Because I like a lot of different tabletop RPGs. Actually, it has been asked before, and once before, and I think I answered, and it's still true, that it depends on what kind of game I'm looking to run. If it helps you clear things up at all, Abducted Gaming, I'm running a Pathfinder game, a D&D 3.5 game, and a D&D Next game. And a Shadowrun game. But I like Shadowrun for, you know, each of these has its own sort of flavor or its own style, and is conducive to certain kinds of stories, interactive stories and adventures. So it depends. For I think my favorite indie kind of horror game, tabletop RPG, would be Don't Rest Your Head. Warlord Malakin. Max, just note that Pillars of Eternity starts slow, but it picks up about 8 hours in. That's a ways in. No, I played the beginning and I thought it was fun, so it's just, there's a lot of other games. We'll go into it knowing that the rules are extremely complex, but the setting and background are extremely fun. Abducted Gaming. Oh, Fuguwu. As a side note, yesterday was Gary Gygax's birthday. Well, in memory of Gary Gygax, I'm going to have to do something this weekend. Alsatz, is there still a major story to be told about the law that is being... Say hi to Tyler. The law, as he dances past, that is being held back. I don't know what you mean, Alsatz 80. I mean, not about specific classes, but about the world as a whole. Yes, there are a number of stories about the world as a whole, like the tale of the one true city, that are still to be told. I hope that answers your question, Alsatz. Yeah, like dragons. Right, Ludoween. Oh, look at that. Alright, it is time for me to wrap up this morning with Max. We're going to be heading over around the corner there to go ahead and see that screen that Tyler's going to talk to. That's a video chat call up with the folks of CSE West, so they're going to join the stand-ups meeting. Everybody's going to gather around and talk about their plans for today, coordinate, about what happened over the past week, and plans going forward to next week. Once again, I will remind you that we're going to have the end of week wrap up and Q&A at 4 p.m. our time, unless the rain washes us away. So join us for that today. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining me for this morning with Max. It's been a blast, and a really hopping one. Cheers, Aaron Walker. So I will see you later, and you're very welcome. All right, bye-bye.